Hi, and welcome to World Acupuncture. Andrew and I here just sitting in clinic after a very hectic Saturday morning and dealing with, God, every sort of patient you could poke a hairy stick at, really.
15 of them? Yeah.
Not that we poke hairy sticks at patients, by the way, but just thought it might be appropriate, and if you're inquiring and or you have some interest around the workshop that we'll be holding on the 10th and 11th of July at Walkabout Creek, it might be appropriate to get a perpetrator's view of what goes on in the clinic. Anyway, Andrew, what's it been like for you over the last couple of years in sufferance with me?
The things that I think has really impressed me about what I've learnt here with you is that I haven't had to give anything up. Yeah, like everything is just built on top of the structure of what I learned at college doing TCM. The pulse diagnosis, it's just another layer on top of looking at pulse qualities. The diagnostic methods using the abdomen, looking at people's constitution, all this stuff just goes on top of understanding what symptoms go along with what organ patterns. Like everything, the needling, like the shallow needling, is just something, an added tool. Like in Alan's clinic, he's always using deeper needling for conditions like for musculoskeletal conditions, and like nothing has ever been lost, yeah, from what I've learnt before. It wasn't like having to completely change the way I look at things. It's just, I just feel like I've increased my scope of treatment, yeah, of people I can treat and of conditions I can treat, and I feel a lot more confident for that.
That's the answer without question. It's the main thrust for me in what I do in the mentoring program. That my basic motivations: one, I want to see the art of acupuncture survive, if not flourish, in the 21st century. And I say the word art of acupuncture very specifically and very intentionally. We're looking more to give a real understanding, a third dimension to the practice of acupuncture that would replicate more as an oil or a water painting, a watercolour painting, where we're actually using a brush stroke. So I guess the difference would be between typing a word and delivering a beautifully brushed kanji character. That is the feeling that I'm wanting to pass on and imbue to the students, undergraduate and postgraduate, who spend time in the clinic, and how important it is and how much depth there is in the practice of acupuncture. I really want to see this profession survive, and it will survive if the results are coming on board and we don't lose some of the subtleties. Okay, at the workshop we'll be the bottom line is to give people an opportunity to bridging the gap between TCM and Japanese acupuncture. I practiced traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture style, for 12 years, postgraduate, right up to the mid-90s. So it's not as though I've always been a practitioner of Japanese acupuncture. I was one of the fiercest, deepest, strongest Da Chi needling practitioners you could ever come across. I had no hesitation whatsoever in using the dermal hammer to slash, bash and bury. Gua sha, tear them up. They'd have bruising for 2 weeks. Yes, so I know a little bit about heavy-handed acupuncture. I was one of the heaviest-handed available. I also know enough now that with the lighter needling in appropriate situations and different situations, you're appealing to a far greater clientele base, including infants and children. When I say bridging the gap, I want people to add to it, and don't want to take anything away from anyone. I want to give everyone who's willing, keen, inspired and interested the maximum opportunity of being a successful practitioner as possible. We're going to be looking at the Japanese approach to organ meridian physiology. So there's classically, not Japanese, but classically in the Neijing and the Suwen, Ling Shu, the Shanhan Lun, the meridians are integrally related to the organ. In fact, the character for the spleen, the liver, the kidney actually means the meridian as well as the organ. And we're not going to go into that now. We'll talk about that more at the workshop.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you there. Thanks for joining us. Have a great one.
Cool.
Bye.
See ya.